Well, this is what I have here. The order just came in today. There's my new Tremolo bridge, springs and everything else. We'll be fitting that to see if it does fit. Here's my pickup selector switch. I got my Wilkinson pickups here. This one obviously is for the neck, obviously because I have them lined up here. And then of course the bridge. It came with black rings, so I'm definitely gonna have to purchase some cream rings for the neck and the bridge, and I'll take care of that on my next run to Thailand in September. And then over here, I've got the new tuning keys as well. These are locking tuning keys, which I just love. As far as my knobs up in here, what came in were the short shafts, and I happen to have the long shafts in here. I guess I could have gone with a split coil. I'm gonna wait for that. Also too, this is really just it's a well-made guitar. I mean, the wood is heavy, it's amazing, beautiful neck, beautiful head. But again, I just want to keep it basic. Plus, PRS just came out with their SE Standard 24, and that puppy runs for only $499, which is not bad at all. But considering the fact I bought this for $56, I think I can easily get everything on here under about maybe about $250 to $300 overall, and it's going to be a nice sounding guitar. So let's go ahead and get all this stuff unwrapped and let's put it in here and see how it fits. All right, we got the switch laid in. Let's go to the bridge. Well, there's one thing I can highly criticize these companies for. When I got the switch, it did not include the washer and the nut. I had to use that from the shop here in town. They had some extra ones and got that for me. And also too, here with the bridge, I've got the springs, I've got the screws for the plate at the bottom to hold the springs. But check this out, no screws. You'd think they would include the screws on here, and they did not. And you can kind of tell this is not a very expensive bridge. This is definitely not a PRS bridge. And you can see how it's not really fully chromed here. This is the problem with a lot of products that are made in China. They just, either one, don't know how to chrome metal, or they just find the cheapest route. I can tell you right now, they found the cheapest route. But this will do. This will do. I'm not here to dump a lot of money into a guitar that cost me 56 bucks. So I'm gonna have to deal with these screws on Tuesday. It's just that the screws that were in there are rusted, and that's the only problem. That's kind of what bothers me about it. So I wish these companies would include all the hardware that's supposed to go with it and not just some of it. It just doesn't make any sense. So for right now, I'm going to disconnect the ground wire and put in the new plate. Kind of bummed out, man. The screws, I really wanted to put everything together, but it's hard when the hardware is not supplied. Another modification I'm gonna have to make, and you can readily see this, the old part and the new part, a little bit wider, and the holes are not lining up. This is straight on, this is going at an angle. That's not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to take this and I'm gonna have to definitely fill in one of these holes with toothpicks and throw some glue in there and drill some new holes. So that's modification number one. Quick tip, ground wire is just a loose piece of wire when you have it in there. So to prevent it from slipping out, just put it in a little knot in there on both sides, and that way it's just not gonna go anywhere. It'll just stay right there, and you won't lose track of it. So quick tip, put a knot in it. All right. We're getting ready to install the neck pickup. Went ahead and rounded up the wires up in here by tightening them up. That way it slips through the hole a lot easier. It's gonna go right here into the cavity, and you can see the hole right there. Okay. And let's go ahead and get this little puppy installed. At least I got these two things done. Next, we're gonna be working on the tuning heads up there. So we'll see how that works out. And something else that you run into, I mean, I got the hardware here and, you know, all the keys and stuff, but it's 3 on 3. It's not a straight line, so I'm gonna have to go through this and figure out what side is what side and take it from there. And again, when you get these from another manufacturer that does great jobs with their tuners, made in USA, the whole 9 yards, you're gonna have them pretty much set up where they're 3 on 3 and they come in a case. So that way it's what I call idiot proof. There's really no way to get it wrong the way it's set up. So I'm gonna go through and get these all figured out and then get them up here on the head of the guitar. Well, I got the tuning keys on. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing China every time I talk about a part, but when it comes to research and development, they do not do a good job. The tuning keys are not smooth, so I can see those not lasting too long, but I guess they'll do. The locking nuts in here, when you go to tighten them up, for whatever reason, it will slip the threads and loosen up again, which is not a good thing. Either of these were designed for a thinner headstock, or they just don't fit a PRS type style guitar the way it should. But I was able to get them a bit of a snug fit to where it won't loosen up, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. If I'd order these, I would definitely be ordering them from an American company. If you are doing some work on a guitar and you really want some good, reliable equipment, I mean, at the end of the day, there's no other way to go except USA. Made in USA, better quality in USA, more expensive, yes, but it will last and stay on that guitar for the next 20 to 30 years. These will probably last about maybe 5 years if I'm lucky. So again, China's great when it comes to new shiny stuff. It's the longevity that is the issue. So just FYI, when you're looking at parts, keep that in mind. They are not designed for longevity. That's just the bottom line.
Ratty out.